Let me ask you something real quick. Is stuff like this happening to you? Like you're just walking up, enjoying your day, you see an item, you don't even think about it, and you're just dead like that? This happens to a lot of players, especially new ones. But don't worry, I've got you covered. I'm going to tell you a few tips that I learned on how to heighten your survival chances and not fall into traps as easy as that. Because trust me, I've done it too many times and I don't want you to suffer like that. So why waste any time? Let me just show you what you can do to get better. Your first tip and trick is to always make sure your stamina bar has something left in it. Never let it run dry, especially after swinging, because this can leave you open for attacks and you wouldn't be able to run away. What I like to do is, I like to do slash, leave that, roll, roll. And look, I've got away, I've dealt damage, and I haven't taken any hits. And now when my health is full, I can roll to the side, and I still have some left over, and I've killed an enemy. And this works with bosses, this works in roughly any Souls game, but always just make sure your stamina has a bit left in it. Even if it's not much, just enough to roll away once is already heightening your survival chance. Now, this trick is very common. I see this mistake everywhere. And it may not seem important, but just listen. Because if you look in your toolbar, it's lined up, so you're going to have to keep scrolling to get to the item you want. This is mine, because I have the strongest heal at the front, because normally after you take a chain of attacks, you want to heal big, and then after you get away you can use smaller heals to get you to full health. But what I see a lot of people do is they just have their heal somewhere, then they just have loads of random stuff they use for like one level, or things that just seem good. And then if you want to heal, you're like, oh wait, there you go, now I got my heal back, but in that time someone could have already hit you and then you would be dead if you were one hit. And if you just organize it better, you can have like a set strategy. So like, okay, right, if I get a chain of attacks, I'm going to use my big heal first, and then I'm going to use my smaller ones so I can get to max. So this guy's very weak, so I'm just going to let him hit me. Right. Need a big heal, because I can't heal much in this fight. And then if I had some left over, I would have used my half moon grasp, because this is a smaller heal. This guy's luckily giving me some more, I was running low. And basically it's just that simple. Just organize your toolbar and that'll really help you. This next tip is for boss battles primarily, but also for certain types of enemies. But this is like a simple guide on how to dodge better than most people, because some people panic roll, but actually a majority of people panic roll, and that is nearly why people die a lot. Like, it's very common. But what you want to do is that if they charge at you with like a huge sweep attack, you want to roll into them. But if they're like stepping back, like there you go, yeah. And then when they step back, you got to step back as well. It's kind of like a mirror battle. I didn't roll back in time, and there you go. I'm dead, because you're meant to die to him. But you have to, when they charge at you, you charge at them. When they run back, you run back. And if they heal, you heal as well. Think of it as like a mirror match. And that will help you a lot. And I should have chosen a better boss fight other than the beginning. But I just had to get here quickly because all my other ones I've beaten the game. This is, again, another mistake people make often, is to be aware of your surroundings. And this sounds simple, but I'm just going to tell you a better way to be aware. So I went to this area because it has a bridge and I've fallen off this many times. But just look around, see how thin your thing is. And you're not going to roll right or left, are you? So when you actually fight an enemy, don't lock onto that guy and he walked off. You're going to be rolling backwards other than sideways. And this can save you because, again, you're still on the bridge. But then when you get to a more open area, there's a hole there, so I won't roll backwards, I'll roll forwards. I nearly just messed that up because I didn't watch my stamina. But then, there you go, you don't even need to fight that guy. Don't need to fight that guy either. You do need to fight this guy. You see how that stamina saved me? That's tip number 1, I think. You can roll past these guys. And I'm dead. You're gonna die everywhere. Like, no matter how strong you are, you're gonna die everywhere. But as I showed you, I got further because I watched where I was and I managed to make it to the Grim Reaper. Even though I can just shoot him from the top. I just wanted to show you what it's like to be aware of your surroundings. Let me just show you what I could have done. And if you play Demon's Souls, I would expect you to do this too for a great soul farm, and it's just easier to progress the level. And once he dies, all of them die. But it's just as simple as that, but be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of traps. This is what I used in the intro. And it's for a good reason, because you saw if you were low, that could ruin your whole day. Just making that one mistake. And if you see an item like this, look around. And obviously it's very obvious here because I stopped. But that's what you should do. You should stop, look at the walls, look at the ceiling, and look at the floor. The floor is a big one. You see there's a button there, so walk around it, grab your item. There's a hole over there, so don't go down there, and just walk back. And that's how you are safe from traps. In Elden Ring, there are imps along the walls when you're in... I forgot what they're called. I think they're not dungeons, but... Actually, they might be dungeons. But they're all across the walls, so you check the walls. In Bloodborne, they're probably in barrels, which you can't really look out for, but sometimes they're hiding behind barrels. You gotta look around for that. But there will always be a trap. And sometimes the item they give you, if it's meant to be a trap, is really bad, just to show it was meant to kill you and waste your time. But yeah, that is a very crucial tip you need to learn. Right, so as I make my way to where I'm going to tell you the next tip, just a simple warning into don't really follow internet trends, because they often get patched really quickly if they're meant to be super overpowered. But in older games, you can do this, like Dark Souls. I'm doing a bit of a trend. I think it's called like the Unga Bunga build. It's pretty fun because it's an old game, it hasn't been patched, and it probably won't be patched. But if you're playing a new game like Elden Ring Night Rain, I think is the newest one. I don't even think you can have builds in that. But in the new Souls games in the future, just don't follow internet trends because they're going to get patched within like 2 days, and by the time you're done setting it up, it's going to be patched, and then your day's ruined. But other than that, our next tip is to meet a weapon that... Cool, it's installed. My game just got installed. get a weapon that suits your build. I am very heavy, so I'm going to have a heavy weapon. And if you have like a really nice weapon, you want to use like a sword, but you're a mage and it doesn't quite suit well with your build, you can obviously reinforce it. And there's a blacksmith over there, but Jesus Christ, I am terrible at this game. I haven't played this in ages. Yeah, just if you have a build and your weapon doesn't meet your standards, say if you want a fire sword because then it goes well, then obviously in Dark Souls you come over here, there's someone called EG. No, EG's out. Okay, I've played too much games to know which is what. But there's a blacksmith in there. He'll upgrade it to, and then it'll be better scaling. Because, oh, perfect, right. Halberd. I have a normal halberd, but then halberd plus 5, which is 165. But that's not really my good build. So I had a crystal halberd before I got this weapon. And look how much stronger it is, 165, 242. And that's how simple it can change, because you need a strong weapon that meets your build, and it could be a whole 100 damage difference, which could save you in bosses. And you probably want to beat bosses if you're playing this game. You don't want to be dying on them for like 10 hours straight. So yeah, that's another tip. Now this tip actually requires what game you have, because I've made tips for all the games so far, but this is kind of specific. But you need to find out what weapon class your game prioritizes. For example, in Dark Souls 2, they make rapiers super strong. Like, they're just so strong in that game. I have no clue why. Yet, in Dark Souls 1, it's halberds. Dark Souls 3, it's longswords. Elden Ring doesn't really have one, but all of the other games have a stronger sword or a stronger weapon. And once you find that out, you will be gliding through that game, because if you have the strongest weapon, weapon damage kind of over goes levels, because you could be like level 20 fighting a level 50 boss, or recommended level 50 boss, but you have a super strong weapon and you just kill them, because that's something that helped me a lot, especially in like games like Bloodborne, Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3. I wasn't really good at Dark Souls 3, so it really helped me. Yeah, but once you find that out, you will be unkillable. Well, unkillable until you come across a trap if you don't follow a previous tip. This is quite a short tip, but an important one. But please, if you have any leftover souls, just buy loads of random stuff before you go into anything, because I have too much equipment weight. But I have 6,000 left over. I would have spent them all there, because if you're running low on an item, say I need more heals, look, I've got 41 of these because of all the leftover money I spent. So now let's put this in our hopper. And even though I'm low on these, because I just spent some of my money before going into an area, I have 41 of these. So that means I can use them if I needed to. And if you're a completionist like me, just buy loads of stuff as well, because it might come in handy later on. If maybe there's like a mission where you need to kill that NPC and they sell that item, just buy it and it will be okay. But that's all my tips I have for now, actually. And if these help you, please subscribe. And if you just want more tips like this, just keep checking my channel every so often, or turn on notifications, either. And if you have a friend who might need to see this, show it to them. And even though this video won't get seen that much, I would hope that it will help at least one person out there. And if it helped you, just spread on the message about this video so other people can get helped by it. and not die as much in Souls games, because I die still. But anyway, see ya and have a good day.